especially to you, Mr. Rafael Matutinao. This is Carmela Recebia from Bitalet to G1. My assigned topic is about the history of gymnastics. But before we proceed, let us define first what is gymnastics. Gymnastics is a sport basic to all sports and is recognized for its vital role in the development of the total fitness of the individual. There is a question. Why did gymnastics become popular? First of all, gymnastics is an artistic expression of a graceful yet demanding and difficult movement both for fitness or competition purposes. And that's why gymnastics become popular and spreads around the world. Did you know that gymnastics is one of the world's oldest physical activities and sports? Gymnastics' origin can be traced back 1,000 years. Gymnastics was first depicted in Egyptian artifacts through hieroglyphics. The earliest known physical evidence can be found in the art of ancient Egypt, where female acrobats performed for pharaohs and Egyptian nobility. Record shows that during the ancient time, the Chinese and the Egyptians were the first to practice various gymnastic routines for fitness and entertainment. But the Greeks were the first to develop the competitive aspects of gymnastics. It was the first practice at the ancient Olympic Games at Mount Olympus. All this sprang from their beliefs in the ideal of a sound mind in a sound body. By 800 BC or before Christ, Greece, China, Persia, and India were using gymnastics as military training. Gymnastics as practiced from early times appears to have spread from Egypt to Greece and Rome. In 776 BC or before Christ, the Greeks held the first Olympic Games, which was a festival dedicated to their god Zeus. Gymnastics was added to the ancient Olympic Games. Gymnastics include boxing, wrestling, throwing, jumping, track and field, and weightlifting, which later in history became separate sports. The name of the sports, gymnastics, is derived from the ancient word gymnos, which literally translated means naked art. In the ancient Greece, male athletes trained and competed in the nude. Because of this, women were excluded in the ancient games. Not just competitors, but also spectators. The Greeks built elaborate complexes known as gymnasia for their physical education training around 6th century BCE. There are three types of teachers in the gymnasium. First is grammatistas, who taught reading, writing, and other scholarly pursuits. Second is keraristas, who taught music. And last is paidoterbis, who were physical fitness teachers.
So my topic is all about the educators and the contribution of the development of gymnastics. First is Johann Bernhard Beisdam from 1723 to 1790. So he is a German and he introduced gymnastics in school curriculum. Next is Johann Gottsmatt from 1759 to 1831, and he also a German. He is also known as a father of gymnastics because he wrote a book entitled Gymnastics for Youth. And he also invented outdoor apparatuses like seesaw, horizontal ladder, oblique wood, and etc. Third, is Friedrich Ludwig John from 1778 to 1852, and he also a third contributor which is a German, and he also known as a father of modern gymnastics. He started triumvirate movements like tumbling clubs, and it is generally for young men in Germany. Next is Per Henrik Ling from 1776 to 1839, and he is a Swedish, and he introduced gymnastics in European school, and he invented the bars and the vaulting box or the Swedish box. Next is Adolf Spies from 1810 to 1858, and he is a Swiss. He introduced marching and freehand exercise performed with music. Next is Dr. Dudley Sargent from 1849 to 1924, and he is an American, and he is the first American to include gymnastics in their school curriculum. Next is Candido Bartolome, our proud co-Filipino from the Philippines, and he's a UP professor who secured support for gymnastic competition at the university, and he also helped organizations in the Philippines to develop their own programs. Next is Francisca Reyes Aquino from 1899 to 1983, and she's a proud co-Filipino from the Philippines. She's a member of Bureau Public Schools and a folk and rhythm dance educator. She's also contributed to the early gymnast at the university. Specifically, she infused gymnastic routines, dance moves unique to the culture.
Good morning or good afternoon, sir. I am Mark Allen G. Pagador from BTLAD 2G1, and my assigned task is gymnastic as a sport. So, gymnastic as a sport involving the performance, the sequence of the movement, or routines requiring physical strength, flexibility, and kinetic awareness. So, when we say sports as gymnastic, from the word itself, sport, it should be fun and exciting. So gymnastic can really help people, students, not just to enhance their what we call physical, but also their mental. So why can I say that it can help to improve their physical? So in gymnastic, you will experience training or something like that. So it can really improve your physical strength, like your muscular strength and your body strength, and also it is very good in the body. So number two, why did I say it is also can also improve the mental of the person? So mental, from the word mental, so it talks about emotion. So for example, if you are sad or you are not in the mood, then you are a gymnastic or something like that. So if you're sad, you will just think that I will just do this by training. So if you train and you achieve something, like for example you achieve the stance that you want, so it can help it can help that to vanish the sadness that you feel, or something like you're scared of something, but with all the training of that, it will really help. So gymnastic as a sport, it is very popular, especially nowadays, because there are many person who attend that. So when we say from gymnastic as a sport, it is very important because it helps people to improve not just what we call their confidence. For example, if they're not good in doing talks or something like public speaking, so they can show it in doing the stance and gymnastic stance. So just like that. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Janet A. Ramirez, and my topic is all about gymnastic as an aesthetic expression. So first, let's define what is gymnastic. according to Miss Carmela, in history, gymnastics is one of the world oldest activities and sports, and its origin can be back thousands of years. So let's go back my topic, which is that the gymnastic as an aesthetic expression. So when we say aesthetic expression, is often compared to rhythmic gymnastic, and indeed they have a lot in common. In both disciplines, dance and acrobatic elements are performed to music, and both nag-require sila of flexibility and plasticity, and but that's where the similarities end. And also, when we say aesthetic expression, anyone can do it. Why? Because it is have a more gentle sport. So these sports develop plasticity, just like keeps muscles good shapes, gives gracefulness and smoothness to movements, and this is what appreciated in aesthetic expression. And also, in physical exercise design, it aims to develop and display strength, agility, balance, and especially those perform on and with specialized apparatus. And there's one activity where one can manipulate the different parts of the body into varied position and movements, and that's what we call self-motivating. So self-motivating, for example, in our school, some of the students dili ganahan og gymnastic, but because of our like now in our college we have a subject which PE3 that is kanang gymnastic. So no choice imo jud ang buhaton to have good grades para na kay makapasar ka. So that's what we call self-motivating. So imo mang buhaton kay para na kay grado and para ma-develop sa nang imong lawas. So dili na maanad na imong lawas nga kanang mga movements sa gymnastic. And muna gitawag of self-motivating kay na motivate imong kagalingon nga imo nang buhaton. So that's it, and that's it in my topic. So that's all.